standing here in the Edible Gardens in Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo. The Edible Gardens, we've got 5,000 square feet of organic vegetables growing here. This is an urban farm. This is a partnership between Green City Market and Lincoln Park Zoo. Green City Market is a thriving farmers market here in Lincoln Park, and they are a non-for-profit. So part of what Green City Market wants to do is educate Chicagoans about where their food comes from. Hence, they fund this wonderful program here in the zoo. We have over 25,000 visitors annually and about 4,000 kids that come with field trips to get their hands dirty here in the garden. They then cross the street and visit Green City Market, taste food, meet farmers, and it's a real education for Chicago's school kids. I also teach a monthly free workshop for urban gardeners and farmers who want to learn how to grow their food right here in the city. My company is called The Organic Gardener. It was started in 2005, the same year we started the garden here in Lincoln Park Zoo. And we help families, schools, restaurants, nonprofits, corporations, anybody who wants to grow a food garden, we're there to help. We're full service. We do design, build, plant, maintain, teach, coach. We're there to help people succeed at growing their own food. This summer I had the pleasure of releasing my book called From the Ground Up, published with Random House. I was blessed to have Alice Waters write the foreword to the book, and the book is a combination. It's a very personal story, memoir, my journey, and it also has a lot of, I hope, very basic and accessible how-to information about how to grow your own vegetables. Also a lot of data and research on the benefits of growing your own food. So the Edible Gardens here in Lincoln Park Zoo is part of a very fast-growing movement in our country, the urban farming movement. Incredible, inspiring examples of food being grown in cities, Detroit, LA, Chicago, New York, all over, for many reasons. Of course, locally grown organic food is delicious and healthy. Growing food in our cities is good for the earth. It helps us reduce our carbon footprints. It engages communities in relating to each other, relating to the earth. So many of us want to make the world a better place, address so many of the issues we're facing, childhood obesity and diabetes, and attention issues, our warming planet, and growing food is an action that families and individuals can take to make a difference. So my company, The Organic Gardener, my book, From the Ground Up, where I stand now, the Edible Gardens that I tend with my wonderful team on behalf of Green City Market, are all projects that we do to be activists, entrepreneurs, change the worlders, and growing food is really something that just about anybody, anywhere can do. In the city, in the suburbs, on a rooftop, in a backyard, in a couple of pots. And it's a lifestyle shift that so many of us are craving, and when you do it, when you make that shift, the benefits are delicious, healthy, happy, all things good.
One of the things you mentioned, Organic Gardener, and so how's your company doing? I mean,
so our company's doing great. My husband Vert and I are business partners as well as husband and wife, and we just moved our company into a new headquarters. We have a warehouse and an office and a place to start plants. And each year we grow. So this was our 9th season. At the peak of our season, we had about 20 people working with us. We have wonderful landscape architect Jackie Kotz, who designs beautiful gardens, both for commercial or corporate spaces as well as residential, school gardens. And then we have a great team of people who build rabbit and deer-proof fences, irrigation systems, composting systems, gardens that work. We love to create gardens that have 3 components: organic, productive, and beautiful. Those are our goals, and we like to help families and kids learn how to do this. So we're working with, I'd say, over 100 gardens that we tend consistently. So we're there anywhere from, if it's a garden like here in the zoo, 3 days a week, to many families. We work with them every other week. So we're all along the suburbs of Chicago and throughout the city as well.
That answers one of the questions people have. They always say, well, it's so hard to start a garden, I don't know how to do that.
Right.
And so you have resources that...
Right. So in my book, From the Ground Up, I really tried to boil down how to start a successful food garden and keep it going in really simple language. So there really are 5 basic keys to setting up a successful, productive garden no matter where you are. They are finding a sunny spot, getting your soil great. You ideally want 12 to 18 inches of well-aerated, nutrient-dense soil. Compost is the key to achieving that. Paths. When we walk on soil, we compact it, so we always create well-defined walking paths. Fencing. We want to keep rabbits and other critters out of the garden whenever possible. And irrigation. You want a plan for keeping your garden watered consistently. If you set all of those things up, you're in a really good position to enjoy growing your food and to be able to spend your time in the garden doing the most important tasks.
Now, as this movement is growing nationally, and Chicago is the largest sustainable community, as we mentioned before, it has the world's greenest restaurant, our zoos are involved with it, our mayor is involved with it, and you've actually done work with the mayor.
Right. So, funny story. A couple of years ago, I had an email to go meet with a woman about her garden in the city, and my teammate and I, Jackie, we pull up in our cars, and we didn't know where we were going. We're just going to go ring the doorbell and start talking about a garden for this homeowner, and we're greeted by a couple of policemen who escort us to the door and ring the doorbell for us. So I'm thinking, what's this, a rock star? Where am I? And the most lovely, polite, understated, attractive woman answers the door, and we start talking. We look in her yard for a garden, and she says, sorry about at the door, I happen to be the mayor's wife. So lo and behold, we were at Mayor Rahm Emanuel's home, and we then went on to create a very productive vegetable garden for their family. This is the 2nd year we're tending it, and it's been very, very rewarding. Real fun project, and really says so much that the mayor and first lady of Chicago are real advocates for urban agriculture and for job training through programs like that, for using abandoned areas of the city to grow food, and also in their own backyard. So.
I have one last question. You had to take a midlife change to get into this business. You had to overcome a lot of doubts, being in kind of the same boat. What could you give advice for people who are thinking the same thing, who really do want to get out of where they're at and want to start doing some more of this sort of green life? Do you have any advice for them?
I do have advice. Don't overthink it. Do what you love to do. Give it 150% of your energy. Network, meet people, share your enthusiasm, do quality work, and lo and behold, you will create something wonderful.
How could people contact you?
My website is theorganicgardener.net, and it has a whole section on my book, my upcoming appearances, for book signings and workshops that I teach about how to grow food. That is the best way to reach me. It has my email address and phone, so theorganicgardener.net. You guys find it?
All right, work together now.
Hello. How are you doing? Good.